Do not waste your money on Gotham Knights. It's gonna be a mediocre ass game that doesn't deserve the $70. The red flags are too abundant for that price. You know, gaming nowadays is an expensive hobby. Shit, I mean, dude, what am I talking about? It's always been expensive. The original Atari 2600 released in 1977 and costed like what, $200? Basically, $200 in 1977 is equivalent to about $977 today. You know, that's a lot of money for some goddamn E.T., the game that started the video game crash.
Whew. So, is it really the worst game of all time?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Basically, all I'm saying is that we as people need to stop throwing money at video games that are clearly going to be bad or mediocre. Those types of games do not deserve the premium, the creme de la creme, $70. Maybe 30 or 40, but definitely not no damn 70. So let's talk about why you shouldn't get Gotham Knights at launch, cause this shit looks mediocre as hell. The combat itself in the game looks average as hell. Hitting enemies doesn't look that impactful. It kinda seems slow compared to the Arkham games. Like, look at this gameplay. In the Batman Arkham games, dudes fall on their asses when they're struck by Batman. That's impactful, but in Gotham Knights, when you hit an enemy, yeah, they flinch, you know, they do a little flinch, but that's it. You know, that's kind of lame compared to Arkham. Also in the Arkham games, the fastest way to take down an enemy is with takedowns, but now it seems like the most efficient way to deal with enemies in Gotham Knights is to use their characters' abilities. Now, we haven't seen all the abilities the characters can do, but the ones we have seen look a little dumb. For example, Batgirl can type on some hologram keyboard and summon a drone out of thin air to help her fight. You can even see the damn enemies attacking her through her animation as well. Nice. To add on top of that, Red Hood even has electric bullets for some reason, and can do whatever the hell this is.
Get that nasty shit out of my face!
Nightwing does this breakdance tornado move that looks kinda silly, you know? Dude, these crazy ass anime moves don't really fit into the Batman universe, since the Batman universe is semi-grounded in reality. So they, you know, when they do all these super video gamey ass moves, it looks really out of place. So yeah, combat it's gonna be okay at best, but not the greatest.
Heroic ways of getting around the city. For Nightwing, it's his glider, the flying trapeze.
Now, Gotham Knights is supposed to have the biggest Gotham map to date. Now here's the problem with huge maps in video games. If you're going to have a big map, you're going to need to make moving around that map fun. And what they're doing in Gotham Knights looks mediocre at best. The Nightwing Fortnite glider looks totally safe and practical, and worst of all, easy to use. It just looks like you point to the direction you want to go to, and the glider will fly you there, no problem. You know, it takes no skill to fly this thing. What the hell? And with Red Hood, it looks like you spam on a jump button to get across the map. Yet again, another traversal mechanic that looks like there's no skill needed to do. Plus, it looks frustrating since you probably need to keep pressing the damn jump button every 2 seconds. And you know, in my opinion, the two superhero games that get traversal right are Batman Arkham Knight and this PlayStation Spider-Man game. They're both fast, require a little bit of skill, and most importantly are fun. In Spider-Man, you get to do a bunch of cool tricks while moving fast around the city, and with Batman Arkham Knight, you have the best gliding mechanics of any game, basically. You know, the traversal in Gotham Knights is abysmal compared to Spider-Man PlayStation and the Batman Arkham Knight, okay? Do not buy this game at release. It is not worth the $70.
Call off your men, Jim.
Golf Oscar 5-6, this is Commissioner Gordon. I'm calling off the pursuit. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
I don't want you, I want your sister, your cousin, not your ugly ass cousin, your cousin with a fucking husband.
I just beat a fat nigga ass and I took his fucking spike. And I got a Chinese plug, he was eating steak and rice. Yummy bitch.
This game reminds me of Marvel's Avengers. You know, that flop of the game everyone made fun of. You know, it mostly reminds me of that because both of these games have tagged on RPG mechanics thrown into them. First things first, the RPG mechanics are immersion breaking. Why would the Hulk need to open up some random chest to get a bunch of goodies? The Hulk is the weapon. He doesn't need any gear. That shit is stupid. Same thing with Gotham Knights. Why would any of the Bat family need to open up some random chest to get some goodies? Okay, they're basically employed by Batman, the man who has an infinite bank account. Also, the Bat family has access to all his weapons and gear. They do not need to be scrounging for gear like they're some hobos. Now, disclaimer, I have heard that the gear system is not as bad as in Marvel's Avengers, but mind you, I heard this from this comic book superfan on YouTube. And mind you, this guy is only covering Gotham Knights content at the moment. So this dude is probably hyping the hell out this game to get some more views. All I'm saying is that if Gotham Knights has a similar gear system like Marvel's Avengers, we're all screwed. In the Avengers game, to get a little slither of good gear, you would have to fight the same enemies and bosses over and over and over and over and over and over again just to get a little taste of having some good gear. And repetition kills video games fast, so if Gotham Knights is like that, it will turn an already mediocre ass game into a poor one. Oh god, I hope that is the case.
WB, I'm talking to you. What the hell is this game? What have you tried to sell us?
So in very recent news, it was leaked that Gotham Knights on consoles will be locked at 30 frames per second. And there's no way to change that, okay? There's no performance mode where the game will run at 60 frames per second. You are actually stuck at 30 frames on console, which is a disgrace. We are in 2022. Games on current gen consoles besides the Switch should be locked at 60 frames per second. Minimum. 30 frames per second has existed since the PS3 era. We are now in the PS5 era, and they're telling me I still have to deal with 30 frames per second? That's disgusting. At least for me. There's no chance in hell I'm spending $70 to play some game that's going to be locked at 30 frames. Games look and run so much better at 60 frames and beyond. So for console players, this is not even a wait till it's on sale. It's more like a wait till they release the 60 frames patch. If they can even do that. I don't know game development. All I know is that being locked to 30 frames in 2022 is appalling.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Buy a PC.
In conclusion, I think Gotham Knights is going to turn out to be a decent video game, I hope. You know, I think like a 7 out of 10 if you want to put a number on it. And that's okay. I still have fun with mediocre games like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Cyberpunk 2077. I think they're all mediocre games, but to me, I still have fun with them, you know? Now, mind you, I wouldn't have nearly as much fun with those games if I paid the premium price of $70. In today's world where gaming is an expensive hobby, I just want people to be smart with their money and not buy something with blatant red flags all over it. I swear to you, if you get this game on a discount or if you wait for that sexy 60 frames patch, if they can even do that, you have a way better time with Gotham Knights, rather than paying for it at full price for a game that's only worth like 50 to 40 bucks in the first place. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.